Voice of my people, where culture speaks, truth echoes, and hope rises.
Igbo Queen,
Yeah.
welcome to Voice of My People. This episode, we have a very important personality, someone I look up to a lot, someone I know whose story will really make a big impact in our audience. And I would like to ask him to introduce himself, and at the same time, we're going to be talking about the Igbo business spirit. We're going to talk about doing business in a strange land as an Igbo man, how you're able to handle the challenges that comes with it. So please join me as we welcome our guest. I'd like him to introduce himself, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother, and good evening, viewers. My name is Dr. Ambassador Eda Udo Onwere. I am a Rotarian, and I am from Isialangwa North in Abia State. I live there in Port Harcourt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So it's a privilege to have you um, on set this very day. And we just want to talk about the Igbo business spirit. I know I've known you for a long time to be a businessman, and you're doing very well at it. And I want to know, a lot of persons who are, aspiring to go into business. This is not your state, I know, and for you to be able to do business in a state that is not your state and do it so well, there must be, I'm sure there are things you have to say that will help someone who's coming up to be able to survive in business in another state that's not your state. So please, we'd like you to share some of this um, thing about the Igbo spirit. What's the drive? What's the thing that is making you move on? I know you had some challenges starting.
Yeah, okay. My entrepreneurial journey in River State started with a humble beginning. I came into River State knowing nobody
Wow.
after being a graduate. I stayed in Aba after my youth service, and I was moving around in Aba looking for job until one day got to me that this environment will not befit me, that I need to move to somewhere else. I never had anybody, any relation, but I had a friend then that encouraged me to come to Port Harcourt. That is a better place to look for a job. I always tell people that it's not always easy, when you come to a town that you don't know anybody. And I can boast today that a lot of people think I'm even from River State
Yes.
because of the way I have carried myself. So I came into the town, and I decided to move from one place to the other. I started by printing my CV as a graduate, young graduate. So I was moving from, number one, Transamadi to the last end of Transamadi. It's like a U shape.
Yes.
When you enter from Garrison,
Yes.
Transamadi comes out to artillery, second
Yes,
artillery.
you're right.
So I used to walk. Yes, me and one of my friends, Peter. I used to walk from Garrison to until we do we get to Slaughter, then turn from Slaughter, get
Back
to
to
artillery.
Artillery.
What are we doing? Sharing our CV.
Wow.
Because we just want to make sure. And if we get to those companies, if you don't see anybody, you just go there, drop with the security guys. So it wasn't easy. While I was doing it, I got a job. And believe me, the job is, I was thinking, okay, let me start from somewhere. And you know what the job is all about? It's hawking. Hawking.
My goodness.
Yes. They gave us briefcase. This is 2004.
Wow.
They gave us briefcase and give us all manner of things that we have to go and start selling on the road. As a young graduate, I needed to survive. So I was moving around from one shop to the other on the road, even stopping people on the road, selling you see some electronic chargeable touch, some kind of household things.
Wow.
I was hawking it on the street of Port Harcourt.
Nobody would believe this.
So I was hawking it. I was doing it. Then that was when GSM came out newly. So there was one thing that company gave us to be hawking as well. That thing is like if you put it at the back of your phone, it will drag network.
Oh, goodness.
Where there is no network. I was selling that in, and then they were selling us sell 1,000 for one. I was selling 1,500. At times I would sell 10 pieces. I would make like 5,000. You know.
Oh.
Then my mates, their salary in a month is not up to 20,000. You know, so I was making money. But one day I didn't know that product they gave us to sell was fake, and I was selling it with all happiness that it's working. Do you understand? I went to Garrison where they sell phone. So one of the guys there said, "Are you sure this thing is working?" I say he's going to the village that he will buy for the mother buy. I went and I sold like 15 of it. That day I made like 7.5 on my own. So the guy traveled to the village on Saturday and came back on a Sunday and called me that I should bring like 10 more, that the thing is working very well. I went to Garrison. Garrison. Thinking that I'm going to do more business. Oh, but they beat the hell out of me.
Oh my God.
Because the whole thing I sold to them, none worked. Even the people that did not buy from me, all of them started gang up. Oh. I have to collect my phone. I have to call one of my brothers to come and rescue me, and I was able to pay them their money. And that was how I stopped hawking. You know, I got another job at Rumola. One factory like that, they sell beverages in quantity, you know. And the job they paid then was how much? That was 10,000 naira every month. As at 2004. But I was doing intelligently, you know, following a boss to go and deliver drinks in hotels and other things. So I was doing it, but at a point, while I was doing it, I was going out every morning with my CV. Do you understand? So I go out every morning with my CV. And the process of carrying my CV, I saw the last company I worked with. I saw Kosharis Motors, and it was, the building was just ongoing, and it struck me that these people building this company on Aba Road, they're upcoming. So I just went to that place, saw the gate man. He said the engineer that's handling the place is here. I said, okay. I have the CV. The man said, that he's the manager in charge of here. That I should drop my CV, that he send it to Lagos. They will call me for interview. And that was how I dropped my CV. After like 3 months, I have even forgotten. They just called me one day that I should come to Lagos for an interview. But which experience do I have to go and do marketing of a BMW and a Ford vehicle as at then? So, but as someone courage that I will go. Then the challenge now becomes, where do I get transport money? Because at then, I couldn't afford transport money with the job I was doing. The whole money enters in my transportation, 10,000 every month. So I managed one of my aunties who was able to raise me 3,000 naira. Then bus then was cheap, 3,000. I entered the bus to Lagos. And then after the interview, you know, when you are hungry for something, with the experience of that little marketing I did in Port Harcourt for that few months, I saw that the zeal to sell was in me, you know. So after the interview, even while the interview was going on, the way I was relating with them, to me, I'm 100% sure that these people will take me, you know, because I've gone to do a little research about the company and all that. So after the interview, they said, okay, that they will get back to me. I said, okay, that was fine. The next morning, I entered motor back to Port Harcourt. Getting to Port Harcourt, they called me back that I should come back to Lagos, for medical. So I went back to Lagos, and finally we did the medical. Everything went well. They interviewed me. They gave me the appointment letter. Told me I'll be in Lagos for like 2 months for training and all that. After one month, they said the second training will be in Abuja. The first time I entered my plane, that was 2004. It was a company that flew me from Lagos to Abuja in then Nikon Hilton Hotel. That was where we did 1 week training. No, 2 weeks training. It was fun. Then after like 2 weeks, I now came back to join in Port Harcourt, as one of the sales managers. So that was it so far.
That's a great experience.
Yeah.
Now, okay, from that time to when you now started yours, what inspired you to go into the line of business? Was it because you were used to automobile and?
Yeah, you know, at times environment you spend a lot of time has also a way of influencing you. I work in the automobile industry for 19 years. And if there are one business I have learned the secret is automobile business. And knowing that my MD and my chairman then was somebody that has integrity and he understands the business, there's no way I can leave that business and enter into another business. So I decided to do
that same line.
that same line of business, and it has yielded a lot of results today. And I must tell you that because of my humble beginning also in that company, and also having integrity at the back of my mind, it has elevated me to where I am today. Because even while I was working in that company, the company opened my eyes, and it gave me an it horizons my thinking, because I was able to grow from the sales officer to sales executive, from sales executive to senior sales executive, from senior sales executive to sales manager, from sales manager to branch manager, from branch manager to deputy general manager.
Wow.
In the same company. So, and one thing I found out that really helped me was integrity and also keeping friendship. Because in such businesses, if you don't have that integrity, you cannot be able to excel. I utilize the opportunities. Coming to a place, they don't speak the same language. It's another different city altogether. I needed to align
with the people,
with the son of the soil, with the people that matters in the town, with the people that I know that their future is still moving up there. So when I see any such opportunity, I don't mismanage it. I make sure, like on so many occasions, I keep telling people that where I got today is one by the special grace of God, but two because of how I manage people and how I handle people. I did not just come out from skyrocket and start moving high. At the course of working, I met people that ordinarily I would have used them, collect their money, and dump them. But I kept that friendship. And to all of them, till tomorrow, keep saying that they love the way I handle them. Because every customer that comes across to me becomes a friend. You don't just come and buy and go. You buy the product, then you're my forever friend. And you can never buy a product from me and have a problem that I will not solve.
Really.
So I make sure that when I sell any car to you, I expected a problem will come out. And that problem that comes out, I don't run away from it. I follow you to, some of them I even use my money to make sure that I solve those problems, So because of that, I was getting a lot of referrals in the car company I was working. People were bringing referrals from all parts of the state. Or imagine when a governor of the state will refer another governor to me. Those will handle you well. So I was doing practically well as a young man then working, and my MD was so happy with the progress I was making. Imagine on 3 occasions I was best sales manager national, best next year best sales manager national, third year best sales manager national. It got a point that in River State, I was selling vehicles to the extent the management team become envious of what I was doing, because I was selling cars in number in this River State.
Wow.
When Amechi was the governor.
Wow.
I was selling cars like no man, Cars you saw Amechi in the car, say call go and bring the vehicles. To the extent, when you sell, when they calculate a commission, they say no. If we pay this boy this commission, this guy might decide to leave the company tomorrow. They keep piling the commission. Until it got to a point to even pay the commission up to this moment becomes a big problem. But one thing that's really helped me is that in all those people I met while I was working, I kept the relationship. Do you understand? I kept it very, very well. Right from, let me use government as an example. Right from Amechi. When Amechi was the governor, Wike was the chief of staff. And I was passing through Wike to see Amechi, not knowing that Wike will become a governor. Do you understand? And Wike was actually then helping me to make sure that I was able to sell. And whatever thing we are doing, I kept to it. It was like, this is my boy. So whatever he tell me to do, I try as much as possible to that level. Do you understand? So we were doing those businesses together, and he was helping me. So when we finally became the
It
governor.
was easy. The
The first
relationship
day,
was there
the
already.
first day my company gave me a car to go and give to him. I went there, I say, come, this man, are you still in this company? I say, yes, sir. He said, okay, no problem. And he helped me out throughout when he was the governor, you know. And then also unknown to me, the man he was telling me, oh, yeah, to keep paying his money. And whenever I have issue or whenever they owe me, I run to him. We also become a family friend. That I didn't even know that no, but even him himself
Did not know
did
too.
not know that he would become a governor. Then what I'm saying is that if you don't keep those
Manage your
relationships,
relationship properly.
I don't think somebody like Rick, if you don't keep that relationship with him, will come and see you and say, oh yeah, continue business with him. Unlike every other person. Unlike plenty companies I was managing. So it got a point when I think I have done so well for working for 19 years diligently. I started thinking of opening a brand of my own. So which um by next by October we make it 2 years. And I must tell you that the grace of God is upon me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the business I started from the little beginning. Then small, gradually. The most important is that I was focused. And because of the friendship I have kept over the years, in this kind of business, you don't throw away
Maintain
friendship.
relationships.
Yes, relationship matters very much. So I was able to reach out to some of those friends and let them know this is where I am. That I also need your
They'll
people.
still follow you up, follow you there too.
And I must tell you that most of them, even if when they go to my former company, if they want to buy those brands of vehicle, they say they will still call back to me and say, we came to buy that vehicle from your former company. You are not there, but we still want you to go and get that car from there
them.
and deliver to us. And since I left, I have sold more than 20 of their vehicles.
Oh, for them too.
Yes, for them.
Wow.
So I keep selling, while I sell my own too, I keep selling
For them
vehicles for them as well. So it has been God all through the way. And then also tell you, every business comes with challenge, But challenge is also what we also keep us in the business, because if you run away from challenges, then you are not ready to face life as well. So it has not also been easy coming to a town like this to open up a brand
business,
and start pushing it and pushing it. Once you open up, any day you decide to leave this environment to go on a express road to open up a company and put up your billboard, you have started inviting both spirit, human beings, the ghost,
Yeah.
So I told my wife that now I'm ready to face the world, but I know it's coming with a lot of things.
Yes.
But since God has destined it, I'm going to face it. And believe me, I have faced it, and it's yielding a very good fruit. My business is thriving very, very well. So if you even count today, if you go around today in Port Harcourt and say you want to look at the car shops in Port Harcourt, I think before you count 1 to 5, you count my car shop.
Wow, that's
within
great.
2 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really great.
So it's just giving God all the glory.
Yeah. Now, at this point, well, there are just some things I'd like to just push out while we take a break. The focus for the Voice of My People is actually to showcase Igbos that are doing very well. And, the impression a lot of people have had that Igbos are foreign and they are Wayo people. You don't trust them. Now, hearing your story, it's a change in the narrative that we have people who you can really take their word to bank, and you'll be sure they will deliver on it. So we're going to go on a break now, and we'll come back shortly.
The voice of my people, where culture speaks, truth echoes, and hope rises.
Okay, welcome back. Sir, you said a whole lot, and I must say I'm inspired. Now, but I want you to speak to our Igbo brothers, our Igbo businessmen. You said a lot about integrity, and I believe that that was something that worked for you and building relationship. So I want you to speak to, because here in Port Harcourt, there's a lot of people striving. I want you to speak to them. Just speak to their conscience, because if it worked for you, and I believe if somebody follows that pattern, back then the Igbo has this Iba boys pattern, and when you raise up someone in that business, integrity is something that is even worth more than money.
Yeah.
So I want you to speak to.
Okay, to me, the Igbo spirit to me represent resilience, resourcefulness, risk taking, and relentless drive. We Igbos, we have a spirit that when we want to achieve something, once you set up your mind to it, you will achieve. Where I was coming from, I was telling one young Igbo guy who went to school, graduated just because he had one carryover for 5 years. He came out to Port Harcourt and he was just roaming around without going to take that one course, come back and start looking for something meaningful. He went into cybercrime, he got a girl pregnant, and now he cannot afford to pay house rent, he cannot afford to feed. And my advice to him is that the most important thing to acquire is knowledge. Knowledge might not be educational knowledge. It might be business knowledge. You wasted 5 years in school, you did not acquire that knowledge by getting your certificate. Then you wasted another 5 years, which is enough for you to even go and learn business. As an Igbo spirit in you, at least go and learn business. Do you know, because of where we are in this town, there is no business you do that will not strive, so far as you know how to do it well. Because the host communities, they are not entrepreneurial in nature. Most of them prefers either to work for somebody, but in our Igbo nature, it's just few of us that you will see trying to work for people. Them, they prefer to maybe work or do all kind of business. But we, as a person, we prefer to do our business, make our money, and use that money we make and also make more money. So far as that Igbo spirit is in you. So my advice to them is, in every business you do, you take some level of risk, but it must be a calculated one. Then there is no need. In short, if you know where you are coming from, you should be able to know.
There's no way to go back.
Yes, there's like some of us that came from Abia State to come here. I keep telling people that once I come here, it's do or die.
Yes.
I must survive. And I must tell you that a lot of Igbo people that are coming into this town, I will say that 85% of us are doing very, very well.
That's great.
If you go to some of these estates, then you will see that almost all the properties that is there is owned by 85% Igbos, to show that you are doing well. So if you are an Igbo man here, that you are not really doing well, that means you are not doing the right thing.
Yes.
Because we have the spirit of carrying our brothers along, unlike other tribes. An Igbo man will see his brother. His major priority is to make sure that this my brother becomes something.
Yes.
Me, I have younger ones. I have relatives. I make sure I carry them along. Some of them, if I'm sure you are not educated, you cannot do something. I try as much as possible to give you money to establish something. And you see them that is established, you see them doing well. Some that say, okay, he's driving, and try as much as possible to buy car and encourage them to go into transportation and all that. And you see them from using one car, they will buy another one and they will give somebody. Well, it's just the mindset. And let people not think that Igbos don't like helping themselves. We do help our fellow brothers when we see the ones that are ready to give. Not the ones that you see them, they come into this town. All what they do is to just let them go and smoke away, carry women and do all kind of things. How do you expect people to help you? When you actually come down and you really need help from prominent Igbo people, you will. You do the need to, and people will help you. People say you serve people. So I keep telling people, before I break through, I've worked for 7 years. And when I started, my salary was 20-something thousand. I was managing. The first money I got, the first commission I got after 3 years of work was 80-something thousand. I used it to buy car, and that car was one door. So I closed from work 5 p.m. I used to drive from Rumola to Rumigbo to hustle. And I will get, before I will enter my house, I've gotten 3,000. So every time I don't do work. After work, I go to beer parlor. After work, I go to one woman's house to go and relax. Once I used to wear suit, but once work close, I pull the suit, put it under my car, under my seat. Fold it, remove tire, fold it, fly out. Then enter that my car. It's one door car. Imagine when you are using one door to do ties. Then once work close, I will drive from then. Our office is at Trasamanda. I will just drive. Once I go to room, I don't load. Give them those loaders their own. Then I don't load to room Igbo. I will just do 2 or 3 ton. By 9, I enter house, bed, sleep. The next morning, the same thing. So I was doing it diligently, and it pays.
Yeah.
It pays. Once you are doing the right thing, God will always find a way to bless you.
So, sir, we're so grateful to have you on this podcast, and we hope we also have you again. We appreciate the story. It's so inspiring. Nobody seeing you now can relate with what you have said.
No. Because they will not believe.
They won't believe. They won't believe. And so we want to say thank you.
Thank you.
To everyone, we want to say thank you for
Thank you for having me as well.
Thank you.
Culture is speaking. Truth is echoing. Hope is rising.